All right, hi. Welcome to the orientation, if you will, for the Hague program. My name is Anna Hahn, and I'm a professor here at Santa Clara University, and I will be directing the Hague program this year. And this is
My name is Tessa Stevenson, and I'm a second year law student at Santa Clara, and I attended the Hague program last year after my first year.
great. So we want to give you an overview first of the program, and it's actually one of our, I think, most unique courses in terms of all the summer programs Santa Clara offers, because Hague, as you may know, is considered the legal capital of the world, and most of the international tribunals are located there. And Santa Clara has amazing access to the International Criminal Court, the ICC, the International Tribunal of the former Yugoslavia, as well as the Special Tribunal for Lebanon. And we will be during this summer visiting all three of them to actually observe trials that are ongoing, and afterwards get briefings from the judges, from the lawyers involved, both prosecution and defense, as well as translators and other people who are involved in the trials. And it's a unique experience because even though the trial portion is open to the public, the access that the program has in terms of to actually talk to the people who you've just seen perhaps on the bench and actually delivering an argument right afterwards is pretty unusual. And the program lasts 2 weeks, and we will be pretty much intensely, I think Tessa can testify to that, be visiting courts almost every day in the morning, and most afternoons we will have briefings. So you're going to be going pretty much all day long. Now, The Hague, as you may know, is located in the Netherlands, and it's a wonderful city, very, very efficient, very easy to get around, great public transportation system, easy train ride from Amsterdam. So you would fly into Amsterdam and then train to The Hague and take it from there. Now for housing, I'll let Tessa speak more to that in terms of what she did, but most of our participants in the past have utilized Airbnb, occasionally less expensive hotels, and it's worked out just fine. So do you want to talk a little bit about housing while we're at it?
Yeah, sure. I would say most people that were on the program with me did use Airbnb with other people that were on the program, and that ended up being typically the most affordable option. And there were a lot of really good options, and kind of throughout The Hague, there's really accessible public transportation, so you can look at different neighborhoods and have access to all of the tribunals and different sites you'll be going to pretty easily. So I really like that. I was located in the midst of a bunch of embassies for different countries, so that was kind of fun.
Nice neighborhood.
Yeah, it was a nice neighborhood.
So there are different neighborhoods in The Hague, and the tribunals are located in different areas. For example, the ICC is actually now by the beach. But the recommendation when you're looking for housing is to, one, do your due diligence, make sure it's safe and it's reputable. And the other is near public transportation. If you're near one of the major lines of the buses and trolleys, you'll be fine. You'll be able to get to all the events, okay? So in terms of what's nearby, most students who go to Europe know that there's a lot of cities nearby. The Hague certainly has that. Amsterdam is about an hour away. The city of Delft, which is very famous for their pottery, is about an hour, maybe less away. It's actually a local bus that gets you there. So you could explore surrounding areas. Belgium's not too far away, and there are other wonderful places to explore. The program is only 2 weeks. So early warning, should travel before or after. The 1 weekend in between, you'll have a little time, but close by cities would be my recommendation.
Yeah, we went to Amsterdam.
Yeah, that's a fun place. So you can get a lot done.
Yeah.
Amazing museums and lots of nightlife and good restaurants. So you'll have plenty to do on a weekend in Amsterdam. Okay. So in terms of other site visits, this entire 2 weeks is really site visits. Unlike other programs, you're not going to be in classrooms. You're going to be going to the different courts. So the whole experience, I consider a giant site visit. We don't really arrange other things. We do one morning at the ICJ, which is the International International Court of Justice. And the reason we do that is to let you see the grounds. It's beautiful. Most of the time, the ICJ has ongoing trials or arbitrations. And in that case, they actually don't open to the public, so the tourists are given a general guided tour of the grounds. We'll do that as well. So you'll see almost all of the tribunals that's located in The Hague. Okay, so did you do anything else in terms of other site visits other than the 4 we mentioned?
No, those were the primary site visits, yeah.
Which in 2 weeks is a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're going to really learn, I think, a lot about international criminal justice. Bear in mind that the trials you're going to be witnessing are trials for war crimes, genocide, very, very major events. It would be, the way I would liken it is to be able to step back in time and watch the Nuremberg trials, and this is what's really happening, ongoing. There are different areas of the world that's being addressed. And so you're going to see criminal justice at work, I think, at the highest level. And you will watch some in the ICTY as an example. They're on final appeals. All the judgments have been rendered. So this is only an appellate process that you'll be seeing. And they're winding down. So this is almost the last year where we'll be going there. In the ICC, my understanding is there are 4 trials going on. So we'll probably observe at least 2 of them, if not all 4. So a lot ahead for you to do. Okay. I don't know what else. The students have traveled after the program. By the way, this program allows you to link up to other Santa Clara programs such as Geneva and Oxford. So if you wanted to do that, you could certainly, after the Hague program, go on to another program to get more experience.
So there were a few memories that I have from my Hague experience that really stand out. One was actually observing the trial, and it was a witness tampering trial for a larger criminal case. But then we saw basically one of the defense attorneys, through his line of questioning, was kind of intimidating a witness to the point where it had to go off the record, which was just really interesting to watch how things can happen in the trial. So witnessing the actual proceedings was really interesting. Speaking to the translator was something that was very interesting. He spoke 8 or 9 different languages fluently, and he was able to translate, and we were just able to hear about the inner workings of that, because I think that's something that you kind of take for granted in the American criminal justice system. If you speak English as a first language, then it's kind of just a given that every trial will happen in your own language. And at the ICC, there are a lot of different, very specific local dialects that need to be spoken. So that was really interesting. And then at the ICTY, an investigative prosecutor. So he prosecuted the crimes, but he also spoke about the investigative process of looking into the different genocides that had occurred within that conflict. So those were three things that really stood out to me when I look back on the experience. And within a 2-week period, there was just a lot of really great people to learn from, and everyone was so open to being a resource to Santa Clara students and the other students on the trip in the future as well.
Okay, so I do want to point out one thing more, which is for this course, there's no final exam, but there is a paper requirement. You will have a very intense experience, and I think you'll want to write something about it, and that's what we ask, that you write a reflection piece about what you've observed in the various courts and tribunals. The papers have usually been excellent because students have really experienced it and took it into their hearts and reacted to the trials and appeals. So overall, I don't think that'll be a hardship for you to write something like that, but do bear in mind that that's a requirement of the course. Well, thank you for watching this. We hope you'll go to The Hague. And if you have any further questions, please feel free to contact me. Again, my email is ahan@scu.edu. So it's Anna Hahn, AHAN@scu.edu.